What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon Dawson, and there is a big event happening in Augusta next week. It is the 9th annual Black Cat Picture Show. And here to talk about it, we got one of the creators. We got my man, Dwayne Brown, out here. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right, so Dwayne, this event is coming up next week. When's it happening on?
It's going to be happening starting Thursday, the 17th of August, and it runs through the 20th on Sunday.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know, what is the Black Cat Picture Show?
Black Cat Picture Show is an international adjudicated film festival right here in Augusta, Georgia. We show films, independent films, that Augusta would not see otherwise.
And so, I want to, before we get into a little bit more about it and what people can expect to see at this event, I want to get into a little bit about the history about it. How long have you guys been doing this? How did it come about? What made you guys decide to do this?
Yeah, so about 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, we partnered with the Imperial Theater. We started Southern Fried Flicks Festival. It was a film festival that wasn't really juried. Pretty much anybody in Augusta could show, or anybody in the Southeast could show their film there. But again, it wasn't international. It wasn't juried. After 3 years, the Imperial passed on it, and the name went with them because they owned it. So several years later, many years later, we started Black Cat Picture Show once Le Chat Noir was up and running. And it's been, like you said, 9 years going. We actually at first had this 2-year plan where if the first year it didn't go off well, then we do one more year, but we haven't gotten to the point yet to where we've had to call it quits. And we wanted something really special for Augusta. We wanted something that was international. We wanted something that was juried. And we wanted, again, to open it up to all walks of life. So we have films now that screen from all over the globe, and we're really excited about how big it's gotten. It used to be only a 3-day festival, now it's 4. The big scheme and the plan was to have it for a week, and we're slowly but surely getting there.
So let's talk about that. These films are coming from all over the world.
Yeah.
What are some of the places that they come from, and why do you think so many people, are reaching out to get your stuff into this festival?
I think a lot of it is from word of mouth from their peers. We have films that are coming from Poland. We have one from Hungary. We have an animation from Israel. We got normally a good bit from the UK. We normally get a good bit from the UK. And we also have some from Italy as well. And we have them from all over the United States. And we actually have one local that's showing in our festival this year.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, in your opinion, I know film is big with you guys, but how important do you think film is to the Augusta community?
I think it's important to the Augusta community because it puts us up there with the bigger companies that are doing things that are creative. And I think we have a really solid foundation as far as creativity in Augusta. I think also the collaborative spirit that the filmmakers have in the downtown area or even the Augusta area is actually it's pretty wild, only because of the fact that mainly we're all friends, and the same people that worked on one film, they're probably working on the same film that you're watching after that. So I think it's important just for that camaraderie aspect.
Now, let's talk about the upcoming event. What can people see? If I'm coming here for the first time, to the Black Cat Picture Show, what am I going to see? What kind of things are there to do? Give us the whole rundown.
We're going to have a soft Thursday opening, which means we'll show some programming for a couple of hours. Friday is going to be one of the main events. So Friday night, we're going to be continuing our partnership with A24 Films. I say that like everybody knows what A24 is. As you know, the A24, they're responsible for films like The Green Knight, The Lighthouse, Hereditary. And we partnered with them 3 years ago to show The Green Knight at our festival, and we'll be showing them a film called Past Lives. And then we'll have the artist reception after that. And the artist reception, you can actually mingle with the filmmakers that have come to see the screenings, and it's always a good time and great food. Saturday, we'll have a full day of programming, and then we'll wrap it up Sunday with our award ceremony. But we'll also, before that, we have a brunch in the morning with mimosas and Bloody Marys. That's a fun time.
If you're a filmmaker in Augusta, do you think that it's important come out here to these kind of events and speak with other artists?
Absolutely. And the patrons, that's what keeps us going. Without them, we wouldn't have a festival. And also, I think that honestly, for the money, you're not going to get this kind of programming elsewhere. And I think it's important for Augusta to see these films because they're spectacular.
So if you're going to this event, and you're trying to get tickets, where do you go? What do you do? How does all that work?
lcnaugusta.com, Le Chat Noir's website. You can also just go to blackcatpictureshow.com. You can buy tickets for the entire weekend, or you can buy single day passes.
Now, I got to ask you this. Do you know, so I know you're a filmmaker yourself.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you're going to be showing at
Nope.
this year? Nothing from you this year?
Not at all. That was one of the things that I said from the very beginning. I will never show a film at Black Cat Picture Show because it's my festival.
And so you just want to get other people's stuff
I
out there?
want to get other people's stuff
gotcha.
out there. Absolutely.
I gotcha. Okay, and anything you want to say, to the community or anybody who's helped make this event special? Because, 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years.
It's a big deal.
I think, First off, the patrons. The patrons have been amazing. We normally have the same people that come back year after year. Not just the patrons, but also the people that put it together. You know, like you got to give a shout out to Chris Bailey. You just have to on a little chat noir. Jonathan Cook for doing our socials. I need to also give a big shout out to Kate Daly and Chance Briley. You know, those guys have been putting together some really awesome spots for us. They've been amazing. And of course, you know, Rob Smith, Juliana Johnston. I mean, people that are actually behind the scenes really working hard to make this festival come to life, and they do a spectacular job at it.
I'm a huge fan of Juliana Johnson.
I am too. You're going to say that now.
I'm putting that out there right now so that everybody can hear it. All right, Dwayne. Before we have you go, you know, if you were to say one thing to get people to come out to the Black Cat Picture Show next week, what would you say to get them to come out?
I would say come and see some new art in the Old South.
Some new art in the Old South.
That's what I would say.
That's a good tagline.
I got to give Rob credit for that.
Okay, good. Right. Okay. I was going to give you credit for that tagline.
Appreciate it.
Dwayne, thank you very much. We are going to leave all of the info about the Black Cat Picture Show on our website if you guys are trying to check that out. Until next time, this is Brandon Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.